Welcome back to the channel. That is W.K.R.H 12 Productions. I'm Keith. Continuing our state police units across the country. Next unit up, the Alaska State Troopers. Now we'll begin with a the Chevy Capri. Yeah, the Alaska State Troopers. The Chevy Capri is a Road Champs 143 scale vehicle. Two-tone. Got color black on the hood. Doors open here. On the front driver's side and passenger side. Has a red and blue light bar. Trunk opens as well. On the back, State Trooper on top of the trunk there. Has the year 1996. Probably the year that we did start collecting. When we saw this vehicle, we didn't know what it was when we first collected it. Yeah. We had to look it up. Thank goodness for research. I think Google was around at the time. But anyway, nicely done here. The Alaska State Trooper. This is one of their many designs, but this is probably one of the earliest designs that we have. A ribbon stripe down there, with, across the door with the crest, on it. Nicely done. 143 scale. Like I said, Road Champs vehicle. I apologize for getting so long to shoot. It's been a crazy day at work, but nothing we couldn't handle. And a couple of custom work that we're doing as well. Customs that we're doing as well. You know how it is. That's life. Enjoying it while we can. And the next vehicle up, different variations of this. Scale it down a little bit. And this is the Jada Toys Ford Crown Victoria. This is a different design than the Alaska State Troopers. Troopers with the bear on top, Alaska State on top of the Troopers. Has underneath the vehicle here, loyalty, integrity, courage. Nicely done. Has a good small thin yellow line going across the vehicle from one end to the other. Nicely done. This Ford Crown Victoria is a 160, considered to be a 164 scale vehicle. Doors do open on the front and front passenger side and driver's side. Trunk opens as well. So much to open here for Jada Toys. Not bad. That's what I liked about Jada Toys. Had all these doors that function and stuff. Looking good. Looking real good. Front had a push bar, light bar on the top, red and blue and white on it on the top. Nicely done all the way around. The trunk does open. And a State Trooper in the back on the edge of the trunk. Also the State Trooper license plate on the rear of the vehicle. One of the first vehicles that came out for Jada Toys, police vehicle wise anyway, and we got purchased two. Nicely done. Nicely done. We customized the rest of the fleet, which consists of, well, not this one. We haven't customized this. We purchased this one. This is the Chevy Tahoe. Jada Toys made Alaska State Trooper. Nicely done. Black top on the hood, just like the rest of the fleet that you've seen. On the front, has a push bar. Red lights on the light bar. Straight, almost straight red. Has some white in the middle. Has some clear on the middle, or however you want to look at it, clear or white in the middle. The doors open on the driver and passenger side. I think these doors open too. But yeah, it does open. And we'll let you look. It's one of the few times that the door is open enough for me to cooperate to be able to lift it up and let you look. It has those custom panel drawers inside, if you can see it. Nicely done. This is a true police vehicle. Still using the Alaska fleets on our dioramas every day, or every other day, or every chance we get. Nicely done. Has a roof rack, just in case you want to mount a camera, or among other things. But definitely worth it. It has the state trooper in the back on the tailgate. 875. Kind of made it a unit at that point in time, but still effective, still nice, and fully purchased. This is what we purchased. We just put the number decals in there for accountability purposes on our spreadsheet. Nicely done. The front, give you a little bit of the front look. I don't think I did that. Chrome pin the front of the light of the push bar there, just to give it more detail, since we're putting it out on the diorama roads. No doubt, very well done. I like this. One good serviceable Tahoe. Now we customize the rest of them. Here you go. Got the Alaska State Troopers. We did paint the top of the hood on this otherwise white blank police interceptor utility. Has a clear light bar, but if it's LED, they'll change color. No doubt about that. That's why we really don't mess with the light bars at all, other than that. Does have a statement statement on the side. Guardians of the 43rd. I believe they are. Well, excuse me. Guardians of the 49th. 49th state. 49th state that became state of the United States. So that's what they mean by Guardians of the 49th. Then it has the picture of the bear on the right by the door, back side of the door. Alaska State Troopers has a good stripe, has a good swirling stripe going across the from wheel well to wheel well of the vehicle across the side. Nicely done. Here we'll have that same statement, Guardians of the 49th on the top, State Trooper on the bottom. That's how we decorated it, the way we saw it on the pictures of Google Images. And on the side, we did the same thing, similar to the other, similar to the driver's side. Not bad at all. Push bar already came with the blank vehicle that we made into the Alaska State Trooper, and then we painted the, like I said, we painted the vehicle, the hood. That was it. That was all we did. Not bad at all. And then we made two. Then we made two. And these are the newer design decals. At least the current decals they're using at this moment that I know of. That I know of. But this is, like I said, this is the current ones that they're using. Whoops. Almost hit the, I think I did hit the camera slightly. We did see the images, Google Images, of the them having a Cadillac Escalade in their fleet. we couldn't pass it up to make one for you. It's the Matchbox Cadillac Escalade. Looks like a Chevy Tahoe in a way. It probably has that type of casting that you would like the Chevy Tahoe to have. It is black on the. We did paint it black on the top of the hood. We put a light bar on top, made an LED type thing so it can show off all the colors if it was in real life. It has the little swirl. I call it a horn, like a elephant tooth swirl, I guess. And then the Alaska State Troopers written across it. They have the crest right next to their name, Alaska State Troopers. You almost can't read it that well. You're going to have to zoom in just to see the troopers blend into because the troopers blend into the colors of that design behind it. But nicely done. And then on the back here has loyalty, integrity, courage. Has that in there. Nicely done. That's just the Matchbox vehicle Cadillac Escalade that we converted into a police unit vehicle. Has state troopers on the back and a license plate. Didn't mess with it too much. Really didn't. And then the other side's the same way. Nicely done. And then I thought we at least tinted the grill a little bit. Didn't have to. I think we saw the pictures and we didn't want to do that either. It has the state trooper backwards, but if you see it in the rear view mirror, it'd be right side up. You'll see it and you'll read it properly as state troopers. That's why they did it back. That's why they have these on backwards in the front. Just in case. So your mirrors, because your mirrors will reflect backwards and they'll read it. Nicely done. And we just couldn't pass it up doing it, making a Cadillac Escalade. They also had Chevy Camaros in the unit. They were a little older, but we decided to come up with a souped-up version of the Alaska State Troopers Chevy Camaro. Nicely done. We'll zoom back a little bit. Give you a good view of it. Nicely done. This is the Chevy Camaro. 2012 Chevy Camaro SS. The green light casting. And the green light casting is basically a different design. But it had different tampos, but the same color scheme. Had black, but it's all the way across here. From front to the back and the top. As you can tell. Added a light bar. We customized this. Added a light bar. The paint scheme was already that way. We just left it like that. And then we just put the designs in there. This is the not the previous design, but design before this one. Is the horn what the elephant tooth swirl sign swirl with the troopers written across it. Nicely done. Kept the wheels, looked good. It looked good with this and everything else. Then it has state trooper in the rear, right underneath the lights. Nicely done. Hey, I don't know if they'll survive the extreme cold and temperatures of the state of Alaska where they're in. If they survive those type of temperatures, maybe they do if you run them every day. But you'd be hard pressed to. That doesn't matter. We do it because we like doing it. It just was fun. This was a fun build to do. And a simple build with the decals. By the way, the decals for this one and the Police Interceptor Utilities, they were done by Police Decals and Deals. Thanks, Miss Rhonda. You did a great job with these as usual. And fancy that. Nicely done. There you have it. The Alaska State Troopers. not exactly the 49th unit that we're doing, and not, you know, Guardians of the 49th, but that's not the 49th state we're doing on this video. But we, you know, we do have more to come. Thank you for watching W.K.R.H 12 Productions. I'm Keith. We'll see you on the next one.